folks. Thanks for joining me today. So I'm going to give these markers another go, and I think they're going to work a little bit better because my paint is nice and dry. It's been a week, and I've chosen the colors of green, purple, blue, and those are viewer choices, and then I threw in my color of pink. So I decided to do four colors because the design, once I got looking at it, was really close. So I labeled each one of the big ones with just a letter. So P for purple, B for blue, and so on and so forth, just so I could get an idea as to where things are because I don't want two colors to be directly beside each other. That's the whole point of the exercise, and it actually makes you really think about your placement of colors and where you want them to be. So I'm doing the purple first because, well, purple's my favorite color and I really like how it goes on. So I did purple first and I did this big one here that I'm working on right now. Now, this is done real time. I wanted to really show you guys how these markers work. So every once in a while, I do have to shake them up. And if the tip starts to get a little bit grungy or the paint isn't flowing well enough through the tip, you just press down to get more of that, the acrylic paint to come out. And then you can color over top. So that's what I'm doing there is I'm just getting some more paint going and getting it flowing. I did have to change one of my nibs or tips, or I'm not exactly sure what their scientific name is, but I'm going to call them nibs or tips. I did have to change a couple of them out because I had let them dry out, and that's just my bad. I'm new to the paint markers and I'm still learning myself about them, so I'm going to take you along the ride with me. So it's going to be my mistakes that you learn from, and then guys will all be pros. So now I'm going to speed this up because really this took me a long time to color it all. And I really don't want you guys to be sitting around and watching me color in different spots and different places. But I thought what I would do is just talk a little bit about these markers and give a little bit of maybe some pros and cons on it. So I already spoke a little bit about the pros and cons that I've found with the nib or the tip, that it does dry out and you do have to continue to um, push down on the marker. Some of them, the ink flows better than others. As you can see in this blue one, it was just so easy. However, I discovered you cannot use this like a paintbrush. So with me, for paintbrushes, I just swipe back and forth. With these, I can't. I did try, and it ended up lifting some of the paint that had already started to dry. So doing it as like a line color, so you just draw a line beside each other and that fills it in nicely and gives you a nice even coat. So that's one of the pros and cons with that is if you're used to using a paintbrush, it's going to take some time to learn how to use these as an actual pen or a marker. However, they still are paint as well. So another thing that I noticed was that I had to shake them quite a bit. And that's just to keep the paint sort of mixed up so that it would flow out properly. And I did have some issues with that. The color itself went on very well. Once it started to flow, it was a very thick, bold color and it did not fade. It was brilliant, actually. The paint quality itself, I really, really loved. It was just the application, and it could be operator error. I'll take the blame for that because, like I said, I'm new to these. But they are fun. They're great for doing little small things. So if you're not comfortable with using a paintbrush, you can always use this. And then you can use the black and go around them to sort of sharpen up your edges or soften your edges, if you will, and for this case. So if you're just joining me for this particular one, there is a first video to this to show you how to do the designs. I'll link that one in the description below so you can go to it after you've watched this, or you can stop now, go to it, watch it, then come back and watch this one. Up to you. But this is mindful art, so it is supposed to help like a form of meditation, or it helps you to um, sort of ease your mind and let the stresses of the day float away. It's helped me in many, many ways. And I thought I would just bring it to you guys and see what you think of it as well. Um, I had a lot of fun doing this. I'm definitely going to be doing some more. Uh, I'm I'm toying with the idea of doing an entire background in different colors and then drawing my design over top of it so that I don't have to color them in. The design's already there, or sorry, the background's already there. But if I use different colors of, maybe I'll use my metallic watercolors, or maybe I will use just regular colors of acrylic paint and I will sponge them so they blend together, and then draw my design over top of it and then paint over it with black, so that all of those white spaces that you're seeing on this one right here will then have that background that I'd already painted. So those are things that I'm toying with and I'm thinking about doing. And I do apologize for getting this out so late. It's life gets in the way sometimes, as you all know. But don't worry, I'm still here and I'm still making videos. I've already got some of my Halloween ones done so that I can bring those to you for the 12 days of Halloween, which is going to be starting very, very shortly. So stay tuned for that. If you're new to my channel, please make sure you subscribe. I like to post videos as often as I can, and I like to do new content and fun experiments and things for you guys. Um, and make sure you ring the bell. That will give you notification when I do post something new. And give me the thumbs up if you like this video. I really, really enjoy doing this. It's sort of my Zen way of relaxing after a long day of work, or spending a rainy afternoon, or I guess in this case, I dare say the winter is coming and the white stuff's going to be flying soon. So another good reason to stay inside in the warmth and just paint away for you guys. So basically, I'm having a blast and I'm able to bring all of this wonderful stuff to you. I want to thank you all for watching. It really means a lot to me. I enjoy doing this so much. It's great to get the videos out, and then I get excited to read all of the comments that come in. I also post on Facebook, and I get a lot of comments from there as well. So with this tutorial, what I did was I asked you, the audience, to pick some colors for me to do. And these are the colors that were chosen for the majority. There was pink, or sorry, there was purple, blue, and green. So I put in the pink as my choice. So thank you to everyone who made a comment on that and gave me some inspiration. I had a bit of artist block or painter's block, and I do want to thank you all for giving me your suggestions, and I think it turned out really well. So collaboratively, we made a masterpiece, and I'm so proud of it. It just turned out so amazing. So what I'm doing right now, as you can see, is I'm using the black marker pen or black paint pen. I don't know what you call it, but I'm using it to just outline and clean up any of the edges, make them a little bit more rounded and more smooth so there isn't as many sharp edges. There was a couple of smaller ones that I ended up coloring over, and that's the beauty of these. I'll give this a pro, is that you use this marker, you paint over top of it, one application. This whole thing was only one application per color. So I didn't have to go over it because some of it had faded or it didn't apply well. I didn't have to go back and do any touch-ups. This was my first application on this. So all of those colors are as bright as they're going to be. They didn't dry darker. You don't see the strokes like if you used a paintbrush, you would see your paintbrush strokes. You don't see that. Um, and it just turned out amazingly. It's so bright and sharp. I love the colors. So I really hope you give this a try because this was an awful lot of fun for me. And I'm definitely going to be trying some other ones, so stay tuned for that. I also have a lot of things going on that's going to be coming up, like I had mentioned about the 12 days of Halloween, which is coming up really quickly. So I do have some of those videos already done. And I'm just so excited about bringing it all to you guys and reading all of your comments. And if you like it, and let me know if you do, if you don't. Like, I'd really like to know. So here's a little tip and trick from me. Sometimes I prop things up against the rock so that I can get a nice straight line when I'm doing an edge around the rock. So what I used is just whatever is on my desk. So this time I just happened to have an eraser and a phone grip. And I just rest the marker on there and I rotate the rock on my Lazy Susan there. And look at that, it's all done. So it's a quick and easy way to do it. I'm just doing some touch-ups now. So both on the top and the bottom. It should always come out perfect, but it never does for me. Maybe you have better luck, I don't know. But it still worked and it still gave me the outline that I needed. And I will be painting the back completely black. And I will be putting on a felt pad after it has been resined. So if anybody knows me, if you've been around on my channel for a while, this isn't enough. I have to add the bling bling or the glitter. So in this case, I'm going to use a glitter top coat. It just made everything pop that much better. And then when I put the resin on top of it, just like it almost glows. So stay tuned to the end of the video because I do have pictures of what it looks like. Trust me, it's amazing. And if you ever want to share your artwork with me, I totally invite you to come over to my Facebook page. The link is in the description below. And once you're on there, you're welcome to post anything that you've done from my videos, anything that you've learned. Maybe you want to give me some of your tips and tricks and maybe I can pass them on to everybody who's watching. Totally up to you. But it's another great source of stuff there. I will be posting stuff about my Etsy shop as well. So make sure you head on over there. I have some new things that will be coming up and I will be posting them on Facebook first to let you know when they will be on my Etsy shop. Well, folks, I have to tell you that I had so much fun making this rock, using this technique with the mindfulness and the swirls and things like that, using the different colors, and trying out these new paint pens. Once I got the hang of it, they work amazing. So I hope you give it a try and let me know about it. And remember, folks, life is what you make it, so get creative.